Hello, my name is Callie Dampier. I am the instructor for your summer math session, and I just wanted to make a short video to explain the course, things that you absolutely need to know before you start. So please, you found this on Blackboard, please look through Blackboard, specifically welcome and start working. Everything under resources is just to help you if you do get stuck, but do look at it now. Just to make sure. The biggest problem students encounter are with honor lock, because it can just be, it's software to proctor you from home so that you don't have to go to a professional proctoring center for your exam. But it can just be like fussy to download, and sometimes it tells you like you're not sure whether or not it's working. In our Mymathlab curriculum, there is a practice test for honor lock. You can do that at any time throughout the semester to make sure that you are ready to take your first honor lock exam. Sorry for jumping in with the exam talk. So go through Blackboard, email me if you have any questions, and I'm just going to go over key points from the syllabus and the schedule, and then how exams will work. So for this course, you need an access code to our Mymathlab classroom. You don't need to buy the textbook if you don't want. I don't use the textbook in class, but the textbook does teach you things if you like learning from a book, and gives more examples in the book. Your schedule under course schedule will look like this. Obviously, we're not meeting live. You don't have a live teacher, but I am here to help you. I live in France, so there will be a delay with like responding to emails, but I do want to help you. Again, in Mymathlab, there is a tab called Ask My Instructor. So if you have a specific math question while you're in Mymathlab, use that button. And then when I get your email, I get to look at the question that you seek, because otherwise, even if I go into Mymathlab and look at that example, it'll give me different numbers. So if we want like the exact question, it might be easier to use that button. Okay, those are all little tangents. Anyway, this is twice as fast as a normal class because it's summer. So make sure you have 12 hours to dedicate to the class. We were talking about what you needed. So it's good to have a calculator. You don't need a graphing calculator, but if you have one, use it. They can be a little bit overwhelming, but whatever your calculator is, you can type that name into Google and you should be able to find guides on how to solve problems with it. Or if you don't know how to do a certain thing with that calculator, just put that calculator's name into Google. I'm using a Texas Instruments, and those often, if I'm doing it that way and you have a Texas Instrument, you can often do it the same way that I'm doing it in the examples. All right, so we have 8 weeks and I have made a schedule. It's on course schedule, and up here in the light color is one assignment kind of per day, basically. And that's just a suggestion. That is a suggestion. You work obviously on your own schedule, but everything that's highlighted is an actual assignment. So all our work is in Mymathlab. Nothing exists, no assignments exist in Blackboard except for the initial syllabus assignment. So once you have visited our Blackboard and looked through everything, go to Mymathlab. You don't need an access code. You can work for 14 days without an access code. So if you don't have I think it's $100. If you don't have the money for the access code yet, or if you're not sure, you can commit for the full duration. You're like, oh, I might drop this class in a few days, but I want to see what it's like. Just do the temporary access. And then after 14 days, it will ask you to upgrade your access. And that will work just as well as paying for it straight away if you're not sure, or you want to wait for some other reason. Okay, so go into Mymathlab. Your assignment due dates will be in Mymathlab. So these are due dates, and you will be able to see them in Mymathlab. You will not be able to see due dates in Blackboard, because when I do that and then I don't input the grade as soon as you finish the exam or the assignments, it starts alerting you that you have late work, and that's just because I have late work. What else? So that's the schedule. If you can, so you can do the exams via honor lock, or you can do the exams in the Academic Resource Center on campus, or any professional proctoring location near you. Like if there's a public library, they often offer to proctor things, and then I just email the exam password to that professional proctor, and they verify with me that you've been proctored. If you prefer that method, they are all online, so they're all on the same, the exams are on the same website where you complete the homework. All right, let's talk about the homework. So no live teacher, you just have these numbers on a schedule, right? So when you go into Blackboard, there will be start working, the syllabus assignment, and then it'll say unit 1. Click on unit 1, go to the notes. The notes will look like this. So it says print them off. You don't have to print them off, but if you're planning to print them off before you watch the video. If not, just take notes on regular paper, but do make sure you're taking notes. Also, if something's, you especially want to remember it, or remember it for the exam. Your exam, you are allowed to use a 3x5 note card for each exam. So you can take notes on this too, write as small as you want. Anything you fit on here is not cheating, okay? So you'll print off your notes and then go to lecture videos and find the corresponding video to those notes or to the assignment in Blackboard. So for Blackboard, you'll see maybe 1.2, right? Or R1. And what you'll do is you'll click on that and you'll see, well, it'll tell you when it's due. And then when you click on it, you'll see the questions. Do this before or kind of during that assignment to help you understand how to do it if you have questions, okay? So each of these corresponds to one lecture video on Blackboard. Blackboard links to my YouTube, so on my YouTube, and then one assignment in Mymathlab. The assignments in Mymathlab, you have different due dates. So for example, something is due Friday, June 3rd, something is due Tuesday, June 7th, and then your first exam. I'm not going to enter the homework grade until your exam date, because then I will know if you finished all that unit homework. All the unit homework is worth 1 grade, and then each exam is worth 1 grade, okay? So your course grades are the syllabus assignment will be worth points, which is just acknowledging that you read the syllabus, and then emailing me the answer to like 2 questions I ask you. It's in Blackboard. So the syllabus assignment email is worth 5 points, and then each homework unit is worth 30 points, and each exam is worth 100 points. So that's your entire grade. That means you can add up all of the points that you can that are possible for this class, and then kind of like multiply that by whatever grade you want to get, like 0.80 or 0.60, and figure out exactly how many points you need to pass the class if you want. There are 5 exams. So there are 5 unit homework grades, and then there are 5 exam grades. I will drop the lowest exam grade as soon as we've taken 4 exams. I'm not going to drop the final exam grade, but out of the first 4 exams, I will drop the lowest exam grade. If you miss an exam, I have to give you a 0 because I can't open an exam late. I can't open any work after the due date, but you are welcome to work ahead as quickly as you want, okay? If you have a lot of time in June and you're worried about July, you are welcome to work ahead, okay? Another important point is that we have 2 exams scheduled on Fridays. If you're using the Academic Resource Center, the campuses are closed on Fridays for the summer. So make sure that you are prepared to take that exam 1 day early on campus if you need to take it on campus, okay? And again, you either have honor lock to proctor, or just make sure that you're not cheating on the exam, or you can use a professional proctoring service near you at a college or at a library or on the Carl Albert campus if you are close to it. All right, what else do I need to tell you? So again, you don't need to buy Mymathlab right away, but I would recommend you start working on Mymathlab right away, because we do have an assignment due Friday, and just the faster you do it and the more you stretch your work out over each week, the better your brain gets used to working doing this much math regularly, and the more prepared you are for the exam, because you're not saving it all until I do all that's due Friday on Friday, I do all that's due Tuesday on Tuesday, Tuesday, Friday. Instead, you're spacing it out, and I imagine it's less stressful. When I space things out, it's less stressful, but I'm still learning that. Okay, so I wanted to tell you that. The Blackboard Gradebook does not include due dates, so do make sure that you are using this tab in Blackboard or you are using Mymathlab to verify due dates. Your homework is entered as a single grade. The numbers on here correspond to lecture videos and homework in Mymathlab. There are no Zoom meetings, there are no in-person meetings, but I am here. I'm here every day and I'm happy to meet with you. So just send me an email with your hours. Let me think. I can't really do after 2 p.m. Oklahoma time because it's so late here, but before 2 p.m. I can make anything work, even the weekends. Very few people ask me for help, so you're not imposing when you ask me for help. Please ask me for help, okay? I promise. Okay, the exams, so you'll see all the assignments for Mymathlab. You might not see the exams. They might not show up until the morning of the date the exam is scheduled, okay? So don't worry about that. Each exam is password protected. So you're gonna go in just like you're doing homework and get to the exam. And then you need to open HonorLock, or if you're proctoring, you just ask the proctor to input the password. HonorLock will input it for you. And again, if you do the HonorLock practice test, which is not graded, it will help you see what HonorLock does for you or how it works so that you feel good about it. You're welcome to minimize your own, because I think it shows you that it's recording you. You're welcome to minimize that if that makes you anxious. Or you could even like put a Post-it note over yourself if that, because I can't see your screen. I can see your screen, but I can't, if you were like, you know, cover up your own face, I can't see that. So make sure you're comfortable with HonorLock if you haven't used it for a previous class, okay? Ensure that you practice with HonorLock before the day of the first exam. Every semester, somebody, more than one person has enough HonorLock problems that they end up with a 0 on the first exam because they were unable to take it. And that's really frustrating, especially because if you're gonna like, even the morning of the exam day, that morning I might already be, because of the time difference, I might already be unavailable. And so I might not be able to help you. So make sure the day before the exam, you're feeling very comfortable about how to get to the exam, okay? If you're using other proctoring methods, don't worry about HonorLock. But there's a PDF on how to install it under the HonorLock tab in Blackboard. So after reading that PDF and installing it on your computer, let me know if you have questions. You can also contact HonorLock support, okay? Mymathlab has support and HonorLock has support that you can contact, okay? Again, Mymathlab offers a 15-day free trial period for the course. There's no difference between the free trial and the actual paid content, so feel free to use that. Do upgrade instead of making a new account when you do upgrade, because sometimes students can make a new account with the same email as their test account instead of upgrading it. And then when they log in later, they're logging into an account that's closed, and it really, A of all like stresses you out because you're like, everything's gone. And B of all is confusing because how do you get back into the other one? So make sure you upgrade, don't reopen a new account with your code, okay? It's upgrade my access and then enter the code. You can buy the code at the bookstore or you can get it online. All right. For submitting homework in Mymathlab, there's no extra step for submitting it. You just complete the work. I can see that you completed the work, okay? At 11:59 on the due date, you just don't have access to the homework. And then I enter a grade in Blackboard on the day of the exam based on how much of the homework was completed for the entire unit, okay? Note that the time spent on each assignment and the date worked on the assignment is visible to me, to the instructor. So I strongly, strongly implore you to take your time, okay? I'm gonna email you and have some questions if it's like, I did this assignment in 5 minutes, right? So take your time on the assignments, make sure you know them. When you're preparing for the exams are not here to trick you. They're not here to make it extra to like give you a question that makes you apply what we learned in a new way. If you can do 80% of the homework independently, you are ready for the exam. You're ready to get 100% on the exam, okay? There's also an exam study guide for each exam. So that is there to help you, and that each of those questions will pretty much mirror a question in the exam. The exams are multiple choice, okay? So take your time on the assignments, refrain from waiting until the due date to start the assignment, okay? Again, if you have 3 assignments due on June 24th, that's a lot, okay? Especially if you have to watch 3 videos and then do 3 assignments. So just make sure you're spacing it out as much as you possibly can. I know it's a short course over the summer, but all the more reason to really just like find a schedule and stick to it, or work ahead as much as you can. Okay. I want to make sure there's anything else. There's nothing else. So just contact me as early as possible and as often as you need if you encounter or foresee a problem as you work on this course. Let's just talk about when you're taking the exam. So when you're taking the exam, you can have blank paper, you can have a pen, you can have your note card of notes, put whatever you want on here, okay? And you can have a calculator. Don't have anything else. Don't use any, because you're taking it on a computer, do not access any other websites, and do not use a phone or any other computer over here. Okay. You're just this pencil, calculator. Okay. When you're on Honor Lock, I want it to be like, as best as you possibly can, give me this amount of your face, your workspace. And if you are working down here, show me, like, this is my calculator. Now I'm calculating. This is my scratch paper. Now, not every time, but make it sure that it's clear to me and to Honor Lock, because Honor Lock proctors you and then they send me alerts when they notice something. Okay. So the more information you can give them that I'm not cheating, the less, the easier it is for us to give you the grade you deserve. If you have any questions that I failed to answer, just let me know. If you want kind of a tour of Blackboard, I'm happy to give you that over video. Again, if you have a math question, what's going to happen is you're going to send me the question, and then I'm going to make a video of myself answering that question, or questions that lead up to that question, and sending it back to you. Okay. Or we can meet over Zoom if you want. My Zoom code is in the syllabus, and you could just email me that you want to meet via Zoom. There are other tutoring resources available to you under resources in our Blackboard, but I'm happy to meet with you over Zoom. But if you ask me a question, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make you a video, and you can watch that video whenever you want. Okay. I want to make it as easy as possible for you to reach out to me for help, and don't feel bad about it. Not many people ask me for help. I like to help. Okay. Thank you for joining me. I hope that you feel at ease about these 2 months where we're going to cram in a lot of math. All right. See you later.